Hello, my name is Hibo Wardere. I work in Mission Grove Primary School. I'm Somalian. I came to this country about 25 years ago now. My background, I'm kind of activist right now, talking about FGM. I'm sure you've heard all about it, but if I explain it to you, trust me, it's not the way you heard or read about it. It's a subject that's very close to my heart. I'm very, very extremely passionate about. And I was never going to talk about it until I got involved in the school where my head had a suspicion about a child that's going to be taken out of the country, and I got involved in that. So I wrote an assignment. At that time I was doing a level 3 course, so I linked what I was doing with the story, and I wrote about my own experience. And it went from there, where now I go to schools and talk about FGM to the staff mainly. I haven't talked to any children, just adults, educate about them. What's the FGM? What does it do to you? What are the consequences for the little children who go through this? I was 7 years old when I went through, and I went through hell because there was no anesthesia or anything like that. They just ripped me apart, and that was it. And nobody talks to you about it, nobody tells you what you're feeling, nobody feels sorry for you, nobody empathizes with you at all. It's something that is normal for everybody. It just happens in the community. But I think looking back, I was never normal because I had so many questions. Asked my mom, why was it done? What was the purpose? Bothered her every single day until I was 18, when my cousin got married and she came back and told us why did they do that to us. Mainly, one main thing for that is to keep your virginity, not to go with other men until the day you get married. But you get married knowing that you can't even pee properly, but you're going to get married. And that is where your husband's going to go through, bulldoze you, where you already have mental nightmares of what happened to you. There's worse one waiting for you. So all I could think about was my life is going to be consistent of pain. You're going to get married, pain. Pain you're already suffering now. You're going to have a baby, it's going to be another pain. All I could think about was, why am I in this ball of nightmare? Why can't I get out of it? At the same time, I was drowning in my own emotions because no one was helping me with it. What I was going through, like, as I remember, it's like 3 women come to your house early in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning time, holding you so tight you can't even breathe. Then they start ripping your flesh, and you can feel your flesh being ripped apart. And it's like the pain that comes with that. It's nothing can compare with that. It's like millions of fireworks lit through your body, and literally there's nothing you can do but surrender to that pain. Because I'm screaming for my mom, she's standing there, and all I was told was, be brave, don't cry. If you cry, neighbors will hear you, you're a coward. And it's like, no, I can't do that. I'm fighting that today. I want to educate people. I want people to understand what this is. As a woman, when you have a baby, you are 50% in danger of hemorrhaging because you do not have the support that other women have, expansion that other people have, you don't have. You're completely mutilated. You have infections 24/7 that doesn't go away. You have a partner that you can't feel when you're intimate with them. There's so many things associated with this thing. And the little girls who are born here or were raised here don't know about it. And they're duped into, you're going to see family members, let's go. And you go there, and they're done, and they're brought back in, and nobody picks on that. Because they come back, they're quiet, in this classroom, everywhere, and people think it's the background, they're like that. They're not like that. Children are universal when it comes to feelings. If they get done something bad to them, they all react to one, whatever they are. That means they get withdrawn, they don't be like the way they were before, education slides down, emotionally they're disturbed, they can't communicate with anyone. We need to do something about that. We need to educate the adults. And in secondary school, these girls have a right, they have a right to know what FGM is. They don't know that. If they weren't done in primary school, they will be done in secondary school. And in secondary school, they can handle information about FGM. If these girls are told what FGM is, they will not agree to it. But if parents blackmails them, they will agree to it because they don't know what FGM is. It's a right, it's a God-given right for them. It's a Geneva Convention where all the children have the right. Secondary school girls need to be told. They need to be told in graphically what FGM is. They need to be told if you need help where to go. They need to be told you can do something about your situation. There's nothing that out there. Other women who do that, girls, they don't do it out of wanting to do it. They do it out of pressure from every corner, and they don't have a center to go to. They don't have somewhere they can go and talk to somebody confidential what they're feeling, and to get that help and sympathy they need. There's no such thing. It's non-existent. Unless we do those things, unless we educate other adults in this country who work with children, everyone, unless we open somewhere specific for FGM, people who need advice, people who need support, unless we open all those things, we are going to be having this problem 20, 30 years to come. No one is going to prosecute it for, because no one is going to talk about it. No one is going to come forward from my community to say that I know somebody who did this to their child. No one is going to do that. But we need to come together. We need to be united. We need to help these kids. We need to give secondary school. I'm so angry about secondary school. They have to know this. They have to be told, these girls. If we want to reduce that, we need to tell them what FGM is. If you agree this is going to happen to your life. It's a right, it's a protection tool for them. They need that. For me, it's all about educating. I want to educate people. I want them to feel what I feel. I want them to know, if they hear the word FGM, what it means. I want to explain in the most graphic way how it is done and why is it done. Mainly, the one reason that comes under it is preserving your virginity, which it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't. When they rip you apart, it does not make sense at all. You can tell your child not to do this. It's against the religion. Don't go with men before getting married. Just like Christians, the same for Muslims. But you don't have to do what you've been done to. As an old grown woman, I know I go through every day. I could never imagine that for my child to go through that. Not for my daughter. I will not condemn her to that. I've accepted my situation. I live with it. It's embedded in my heart. I will live with it for the rest of my life. I will die with it. But what comes all out of this, me talking about it like this, should frighten me. But it doesn't. It liberates me. It literally liberates me, because I know I'm doing is right. I want to protect those girls. And I want people to help me do that. Especially those who work with children, those who've got powers to change the law, and the public who can give you their support and love, and you can have the courage to go on. I have that. I work in a beautiful school. My colleagues are the most unbelievable people, the way they support me. Without them, I wouldn't be having this courage today I have. They were the ones who told me, you need to tell other people, you need to tell other adults. And that's how I get into going to the schools and talking to the adults and educating about them. But we need to come together. We need to have somewhere special where there's only for FGM. Parents who are under pressure can go there and talk about their feelings and all that. They can get all the necessary help they need. Right now they don't have that, and we need to do that.